surprise of last night's primary. I'm talking about State Representative Angie Nixon, a progressive firebrand. She won the Democratic State Senate nomination by more than 150,000 votes. Now, it's an upset to the Democratic establishment who backed Lieutenant Colonel Alex Vindman. He is the former national security official who was a key witness in President Trump's first impeachment. To say Nixon ran an underdog campaign is an understatement. Vindman's campaign raised 16 times as much money as she did, and there wasn't even a single television ad because her campaign couldn't afford it. Joining us now is State Representative Angie Nixon, the Democratic nominee for U.S. Senate. Good morning to you. I see that smile.
Good morning. I was chuckling at the "we couldn't afford it" line.
I mean, you really were outspent in this race.
We were outspent, but we were not going to be outworked. Look, I am a former community organizer. I'm sorry, a former union organizer. I'm tired, girl. I'm tired.
I
I'm a
understand.
former union organizer, a current community organizer, and I was a single mom for 12 years, so I know how to make money stretch. But even more importantly, I've been a state lawmaker for the past 6 years, and I love having conversations with people, and that's what inevitably it led to our success. We knew we were going to win because we were talking to folks from the Panhandle all the way to the Keys. And we actually built a people-centered platform that came from those very people that we talked to all across the state.
Do you think that your opponent's wife, what was said on social media, reportedly insulting you, was that a factor here? Because a lot of people are talking about it.
I don't think that was a factor. What I think was a factor was the fact that we had so many volunteers and we had a great young and scrappy, not even young, we had a very diverse with ages and ethnic group staffers who were just scrappy. They are ready for change, similarly to what residents in the state of Florida and Americans want. They are tired of politicians like unelected Ashley Moody and Donald Trump who are working less and less and less, and meanwhile they're getting richer. And we are on the outside working harder than ever, and we're still struggling just to stay afloat. You have to think about what Ashley Moody has been doing, which is absolutely nothing but causing us more pain and heartbreak, in our pocketbooks, because she voted to end the ACA subsidies, which knocked off nearly 300,000 people off the Affordable Care Act rolls, and it caused many private insured people their healthcare premiums to go up. And then on top of that, we found out that she allowed the rerouting of $10 million that was supposed to go towards the most medically needy kids here in our state to be used to defeat two citizen-led ballot initiatives. That is very disrespectful and corrupt.
I hear you have covered a lot of ground right there, but let's talk a little bit more about Ashley Moody, because in November, the gloves, they're already off in this race. Senator Moody posted this video of you hours after the results came in. It shows you on the floor of the legislature with a bullhorn with the caption, I'm quoting here, "This is Angie Nixon, the Democrat nominee for U.S. Senate in Florida. Not a joke." And then it went on, the president, he also weighed in on Truth Social, his platform writing, quote, "Sleazebag Vindman loses to a radical left lunatic." How cool is that? Now, I got to get your reaction to what they're saying and who might paint you as an extremist.
I cannot be extreme. There's nothing about standing up for democracy and standing up for the right for people to vote. The fact remains that Ashley Moody and Donald Trump were emboldening Ron DeSantis and the Republicans in the state legislature to make it so that voters couldn't even choose who they wanted to represent them, but instead allow politicians to choose who their voters were, which directly went against what we voted for in 2010. And so they were breaking the law. It was unconstitutional and illegal. But I mean, Ashley Moody likes to look out for criminals like Donald Trump. And that is what people here in the state of Florida and across our country are tired of. They are tired of the corruption. I mean, she was howling and screaming last night. It was just absolutely absurd. And she just does not have a record to stand on. As I stated earlier, the diverting of $10 million to help our most medically needy kids, as well as wanting to protect ICE agents that killed people in the streets with this Halo bill. It's just really ridiculous. And that is not what the people of the state of Florida
All
want.
right, Ms. Nixon, thank you so much for joining us today. As we said, the gloves are off in this race, and it's quite the race to watch. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you for having me.